Hello, everybody. Welcome. Happy Friday. Let me tweet this out as I usually do. Let me make sure everything looks good before we get into this. Alrighty. So this is going to be the penultimate stream for Three Hopes. I realize we probably should have gotten to this point a long time ago, but we're here now. Been a little bit busy. New job and everything, so... What's up, Liker? Welcome. I know this is early for you, so thanks for joining in. We're going to be doing some supports here and some preparation. I don't think we're going to do the final battle in this stream, so it might be a shorter stream. We'll have to see. Welcome, Grapes. What's up? I kind of just wanted to consolidate it. Let's have like a preparation time, and if you guys want to chat, this is probably going to be more of a chill stream than even what usually ends up happening, so we can do that. Had my birthday over last weekend, which is pretty great. Had a good time. Had a special guest visitor, which was nice as well. But let's get into this. Let's do some amiibo stuff really quick before I forget. And we'll use our final set of points here. I always do that by accident. All right, amiibo presents. We got Alm. Silver Gauntlets. Marth. 2000. Marth always gives gold. Has that ever not been the case? Crom. Caledonian Gar ×5. Crom, that was not very helpful. What was that? Well, regardless, that's that. Welcome, Unknown Gaming. Unknown Gaming says, did you hear that they're planning to remove gacha from Mario Kart Tour? I wonder if that would happen to Faye too. There is no way they would ever do that to Faye, unfortunately. That is Nintendo's surprise cash cow, their most successful mobile endeavor. There's no way they would do that. I did see that. However, I'm not very familiar with Mario Kart Tour, so I don't know if that was like a serious problem in that game or not, or like how popular that game actually is. But that is interesting for sure. All right, let's get started though. I saved up a crap ton of supports for us to watch. I guess I could have watched them off stream, but I figured like at least like the Blue Lions A supports and the Shez A supports, they seem kind of important, you know, for folks. So as we figured out last time, unfortunately, I was locked out of Felix's B support because I didn't do it in time. I saved up so many supports like a while ago that I probably should have been doing a little bit more of throughout the playthrough. I just didn't really want to bore people by doing like too many in a row. But unfortunately, that meant that we missed Felix's B support on time. So a little sad there, but that's okay. We gave the Merc Whistle to someone else this playthrough. Let's do... I'll save the Dimitri one. Let's do Shez and Dedu A support. Let's see how this goes. Let me know if the volume's good though, too, guys.
We'd like to hear your opinion on the matter we discussed earlier. Regarding Count Karen, as I discussed with Gustav...
I hate that name. Charon would have been cooler.
Looks like things are finally changing, Dedu. They've really started warming up to you, huh?
They have.
We fixed racism, guys. We did it.
That soldier I was speaking to lost his mother in Dusker. She was a knight of the kingdom. Naturally, his feelings toward me were complicated. We argued many times.
You? Arguing? Can't imagine what that looks like.
I thought it better than just letting him hurl abuse at me. Such a reaction was surprising for me as well.
Good on you, Dedu.
But now we have fought together, worried together, faced death together.
Made love together.
I've shown him what I'm capable of.
I've shown him what I'm capable of.
Me in turn.
Nice. Sounds like you really earned his respect then. Congrats, Dedu.
Strange. Why are you so happy for me?
Deny it.
I'm not sure I'm happy, per se. It's just nice having a good rival to spur me on.
Oh, I'm not happy that you're happy.
Is that how you see me?
Anyway, now you've just got to keep it going and get even more people to trust you. Same goes for me. And Dimitri while we're at it.
What's up, Morkatna? Welcome.
You're right.
Happy Friday.
In the meantime, I'm gonna keep winning battles until I prove myself to you once and for all. So make sure you keep an eye on me out there, Dedu, because I'm gonna be the most valuable fighter we've got. What? What's so funny?
Nothing. I look forward to your performance. But you already have my trust. No matter your origin or identity.
Or how freaky your
power is
creepy abilities
concerning,
are.
But it does not define you. I'm sure you would not so easily betray His Majesty or myself. But know that if you do, I will cut you down without hesitation.
As he says with a smile on his
That's
face.
who I am. You must understand by now.
Weird way to tell me you trust me, but it's got Dedu written all over it. I'm honored.
All right, that's about what you could probably expect from essentially Dimitri's closest retainers in this game. Let's see. Shez and Ash A support. Let's get to it.
It's been a while since we sent that letter, but we still haven't received a response.
Yeah, we know the village chief got it though.
He left us unread.
And we know he read it. The soldier who delivered it confirmed as much.
But he never wrote back. I wonder why.
Hard to say. Maybe he just doesn't want to get involved, or maybe he doesn't remember us. Part of me almost wonders if my mom didn't make him promise not to tell me anything. Not that I have any proof she'd do that. It's too bad, you know? We should probably assume we're never getting a response and just leave it at that. We don't have any other leads either, so there's not much point holding out hope. I mean, yeah, I want to know more about my mom, but it's not the end of the world if I can't. You had to give up learning about your parents too, right?
I did, but
No matter what kind of past my mom had, she'll always be my mom. And I'll always be me. I know that she put every bit of herself into raising me, and that's what matters. There's nothing more important than that in my book.
you're right. Whatever your parents did before they had you, and wherever they are now, they'll always be your parents.
Glad you understand. And hey, not knowing the truth lets me make up all sorts of stories about her in my head.
Oh, you mean like imagining she was actually a high-ranking noble, forced into obscurity?
Not a bad idea, but not totally original either. I was thinking more along the lines of a legendary knight, known throughout every inch of Fodlan.
He's like, my mom was on OnlyFans. That's how she supported us. From her shack in the woods.
Or maybe a mysterious adventurer who came from somewhere far beyond its borders.
To do
It would
OnlyFans.
be incredible if it were true, and it would certainly explain why she was so knowledgeable. Still, I'm sorry I couldn't help you in the end.
It's all good, Ash. Without you, I never would have spent all this time thinking about my mom and who she really was. So even though we came up empty-handed, I'd say the journey itself was entirely worth it.
Yeah.
Anyway, I should probably get going. Just remembered I've got a huge to-do list and not nearly enough time to do it. See ya.
Huh? I could have sworn I saw the commander here a moment ago.
Blind Coco, welcome. Just arrived, and the first thing I hear about is about OnlyFans. What can I say? I try. We're going to be watching a lot of supports, and I don't like interrupting them because I feel like if you're actually trying to like get into it, you want to listen, you want to hear it. So I don't really want to talk over it, but I will try to add a little bit of entertainment value to just watching supports for now. What's up, Lectro Nix? Actually unlock the features that makes Twitch fun. I'm working on it, my friend. I've never use Twitch enough, to be honest, so I have to kind of build it up from scratch, if you know what I mean.
Oh, you just missed them. I can take a message if you want, though.
What is this? Oh, I got the letter
In
back?
that case, please deliver this letter.
Oh my god. Wow, what a tease. So, hey Shez, you're not going to learn about your mom, but the truth is actually hinted at. Interesting. All right, we have a couple more. We have a lot more in here. Maybe I won't do all of these on stream tonight, but let's do all the major ones. Let's do Mercedes next. See where this goes. I think we were helping her heal people.
Today's training was a total mess. My feet are killing me.
We need to stay in peak shape, though. You never know when we might get tossed into a battle.
Electronics says, screw it, I'll host you and see if that might help any. I mean, if you want to, man, no worries. Thank you, though. What's up, Tristan? Tristan asked, do you plan on doing another playthrough? I think we would go straight into Golden Wildfire, but I don't think I'm going to stream the entire thing the way that I did with this one. It could just be the occasional stream game, but I also do want to add some variety and start streaming some other stuff. And get back to a more consistent schedule. I just got really busy lately. That's why there's been no content or anything either. Life really picked up. Had a lot going on. So we'll see. Hopefully in September, I'll at least be doing the weekly stream. If I could pick a day and stick to it every single week, I feel like that would be really good. I did kind of like doing Wednesdays, so we'll see about that. I couldn't do Wednesday this week. It didn't work out for me. But a stream schedule, I think, would be really helpful.
True. We've got
Welcome,
to be
though.
ready for anything.
Mercedes? You daydreaming again? I've gotta say, you've been acting all kinds of weird lately.
She's just standing out in the field by herself. There's nobody around. Just completely made up that entire little chat with that girl soldier.
Have I? I feel perfectly fine, I assure you.
You sure? Back when we had that tea party, you looked so, I don't know, sad.
I suppose I can't hide anything from you. Things like tea parties with dear friends or seeing the trainees work so hard to improve. It reminds me of how things were before the war, if just for a moment.
You mean back at the academy?
Yes, and before that when I lived with my mother and my little brother. It also reminds me of the time I spent studying with friends at the School of Sorcery in the capital. Things may not have been easy then, but I would give anything to return to those days.
Huh. I don't think I've ever seen you get this sentimental about something.
The feeling surprises even me. All my years, I've gone wherever the current of life chose to sweep me. In truth, I used to think nothing ever went precisely how I wanted it to. But looking back now, I realize just how joyous all those moments really were. And yes, I'm aware it isn't good to dwell so heavily on the past, but I can't seem to help myself.
Admonish her. Snap out of it.
And that's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with getting sentimental. Nobody's gonna judge you for reliving one or two good memories every now and then.
Thank you, truly. You're such a kind person.
That is a friend zone comment if I have ever heard one. You're such a kind person.
Still, you shouldn't keep all your emotions bottled up like that. We might not go back to the peace of the old days anytime soon, but we can still have tea parties. I'm always here to listen if you ever need to get something off your chest, Mercedes.
You mean that? I'm so glad to hear it. In that case, why don't we have one right now?
Sure, I don't mind. But why now?
Because I used the money I've been saving up to buy some more ingredients. Remember how we were talking about all those different kinds of delicious fruit desserts before? Well, I went ahead and whipped some up.
I could never turn down an invitation like that. Can't wait to see what you came up with.
All right. Nothing too special about that one. Tristan says, if you do another stream of Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon from the 30th anniversary, I think you're asking if I would do that. That would be pretty cool, actually. Playing through the first time ever officially localized Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon on Switch. We could do that. It could be fun. I also do want to do other stuff, like non-Fire Emblem stuff, too, eventually. So we will see. But yeah, that'd be fun. Let's see. Shez and Ingrid A support. I feel like that's a pretty big one. Especially with all our fawning over Ingrid in this playthrough.
Hey, Ingrid. Not too often I see you wandering in town like this.
Oh, I was just out for a walk. What about you? Are you here to do some shopping?
Sounds like she's lying to me.
Yeah, they do ask me to pick up some ingredients for dinner.
Well, if it is food shopping you're after, then your best bet would be the boulevard past the river.
What are you so flustered for? You're not hiding something, are you?
What, me? No, not at all. It's nothing really. I'm just surprised how much you can find here.
What is she covering up,
It's
huh?
a far cry from the struggling little towns dotting the rest of the kingdom, that's for sure.
Yes, Galatea is one of the regions that's found itself facing particularly hard times lately. A beautiful town like this, filled with happy people, hardly feels like it's part of the same kingdom as the blighted, barren lands I call home. The street lined end to end with blacksmiths is an especially magnificent sight. Not to mention all the wonderful smells wafting from the food stalls.
She's like, my homeland is such a freaking mess compared to this. I cry every night before going to bed. My family is starving right now, and I'm eating 3-course meals.
Sorry, I lost myself for a moment there. In any case, it's great to see just how prosperous this town has become.
She's jealous.
Hey, you want to go take a peek at some of those stalls with me? We can grab a bite and keep walking if you want. I saw some mouth-watering meat skewers when I passed by earlier, and this time of year's got the best fruit and fish.
Truly? I'd love to try some.
Instant
Though
date.
It would not be proper for me to be engaging in such revelry as the future Count Galatea.
Hey, speaking of, have you figured out what you want to do yet?
Not at the moment, no. In fact, part of the reason I came into town today was to do some further searching.
That's kind of the problem with some of these supports is like you unlock them gradually throughout the game. I don't remember what we talked about in the B support with Ingrid anymore. Clearly it was about like what she was going to do for her future and stuff, but like that was so long ago at this point. It's like jumping in blind to an intimate conversation. Kind of stinks. Lectronix says, I guess I just so happen to have all of the desserts and tea made fresh right here and now is a good excuse to have a sudden party, but for some reason, I feel like that just raises even more questions. Yeah. Although I could see Mercy always baking, so I guess it's not that much of a stretch, but Blind Coco says, every time a blue lion talks about their childhood, it makes me want to pull out the world's tiniest violin.
It's my dream in life to stand as a knight by His Majesty's side, just as my late fiancé once did.
If we had a... I feel like when you watch Ingrid supports, you should like drink every time she mentions Glenn. Probably have a pretty good buzz by the end of it. That's mean to say, though. It's mean to say.
And even if I do not become a knight like he was, there must be a way I can protect His Majesty in a similar fashion. Perhaps I could teach the people of my house the ways of farming and travel the kingdom cultivating land for those who need it most.
That's an idea. Definitely an unusual job for a count, but it'll be welcome for sure. And if you managed to help the kingdom prosper while you did it, people would grow more and more satisfied with the royal family's rule. That's certainly one way to protect the king. If that's how it's gonna be, maybe I could pitch in once you finally take the title of Count Galatea.
I feel like we learned from her tea times, or Wow, what is it even called in this game? I already forgot. What is it called? Expedition. We learned from Ingrid's expeditions that she likes being assisted or helped with things instead of just saying, hey, that's a great idea. we learned our lesson from that one. What's up, Isaac? Isaac says, finished Golden Wildfire end of July. I feel like that's it. I don't think you meant anything by that, but it's really funny because it's like, it's just funny how late I am to this. The fact that we're already, yeah. It's already early September and I still haven't beaten a single path of this game. I am sorry, guys. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed tuning into the streams with me. I've had a lot of fun, so thank you for being here. But Isaac said, cast was good. Story left me wishing for more answers. Started the Black Eagle route when I'm free. I did too, and now I'm wondering if that was kind of a mistake because of the New Game Plus stuff. Because now it's like a completely separate save file. So we're going to have to see how that works. I don't know how that works exactly, but this file I think will go straight into Golden Wildfire. And I may do like a stream of it now and again, but I'm not going to be doing every single episode like a big Let's Play like we did for this one. Blind Coco says, pour one out for our homie Glenn. Electronic says, don't drink every time she mentions Glenn if you love your liver. Yeah, exactly. Tristan says, what games do you want to stream? I only ask because there's so many options. Man. Something Pokemon related eventually would be super fun, I think. Not like, I hate to say it, but not new Pokemon. I'd probably want to go back and do some like, maybe even like a Nuzlocke of an older game or something like that. I think that could be kind of fun. Animal Crossing, I've always wanted to stream. I've kind of put it off for a while. Haven't touched it in a good while, but always meant to do something with that. What else? Older GBA games, I think I would love to kind of revive. Oh my god, I was looking through my files. Actually, I shouldn't say that. I was looking through my files on my computer the other day, and I came across. I own the game, so let me let me preface this by saying that I own the game, but I also had a ROM of Custom Robo, and I booted that up. I think I did that at one point to get some footage. I don't think I ever used the footage or anything, but anyway. Booted up Custom Robo. If you ever played that for GameCube, oh my god, I love that game. This story of that game is just really good. And there's also this is a game that I don't think any of you will ever know by any stretch of the imagination, but there is an old game that was made in RPG Maker back in the day. It was really popular in the RPG Maker community. It's called The Way. There's 6 episodes of it. And it probably has what I would say is my favorite video game story of all time. It's just really, really cool. So I would love to do that at some point on stream. I just love the characters and everything. So I think that could be really fun. But very obscure. Nobody's really going to know what that is, I don't think. But who knows? It could be interesting. Blind Coco Studio says she likes to be mansplained. More Katna says, I'll do you one better. Don't drink every time you hear Leone talk about Gerald. Yeah, I don't think you should. If you value your life, I don't think you should. Electro Nick says, Ingrid looks like she wants to see the manager. Thumbs down to that one. Disagree. I like your new hair. I like it. More Katna asks, I might have asked this already, but what capture card do you use? I use the Elgato HD60S. I feel like it's pretty solid, but there are like issues with it from time to time, which kind of annoy me. It's hard to explain. Sometimes there's like weird driver and software issues with things where it's like it's not working. You have to like restart your computer or delete the driver and re-download it, and it's just, God, it can be such a mess sometimes. I wish it was easier to do. I don't know. I think they have like better ones now, actually. And I also considered at one point getting the kind that's an actual PCI Express card that goes in your computer. I feel like that would kind of be a good idea, personally. But yeah, I use the HD60S. Isaac asks, like GBA or DS Pokemon? Yeah, probably Game Boy Advance. I'd probably do like Emerald or something like that. I really like the Hoenn region. That was like... So I started with Pokemon Silver. I actually was not... even though I was in the correct age group, like for the original Pokemon, I didn't actually have a Game Boy until Game Boy Color. And that was a Christmas present along with Pokemon Silver. So I started with Gen 2 of Pokemon. And later went back and did Gen 1. But because of that, I never had as much of a love for Gen 1 as other folks, I would say. I do now. I feel like Pokemon Go, early days of Pokemon Go kind of really made me fall in love with a lot of the Kanto Pokemon that I didn't really like as a kid. So that was good. But Pokemon to me, like Gen 2 is my favorite. I guess I would say it's neck and neck with Gen 3. Because then people didn't really talk about Pokemon a lot after that. It's kind of like it went through like a dead period, at least for me in school growing up. And then one summer, really close friend of mine let me borrow his Pokemon Sapphire. And I was like, all right, well, let's just see what this is about. What's different with this one. And I started playing it and I just absolutely fell in love. And I love that 7.8 out of 10, too much water, don't care. I love the Hoenn region. I just think it's awesome. Just the whole vibe of those games is great. I was pretty disappointed with Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire as remakes. I just feel like there were too many things that they like cut out and altered in a way that I did not like. I don't think they were bad games or anything, but like even just there's little small details. I didn't like New Mauville. They completely messed up Mauville to me. Just like things like that like were unwelcome changes to me. So unfortunately, and of course, how are you ever going to like truly capture the nostalgia of the original games with like updated graphics and stuff? It's like, it just doesn't happen that way. The original will always be the original. But I definitely like Hoenn a lot, for sure. Bait people with the Fire Emblem Three Houses thumbnail, then teach them about underappreciated classics. At some point, I really should just do a Let's Chat stream or something like that. But we got to finish this up. Sorry, guys. Let's keep going with this.
You do realize how much work that would be, don't you? My grandmother gave those mercenaries every task under the sun, and then some.
I can handle anything you throw at me, no problem. Even if you asked me to fetch you meat skewers every day to save you a trip into town.
Ooh, he's simping hard.
What? I would never.
She liking it.
Still, thank you for the offer. I will hold you to it.
Simpin' Shez. Not the most romantic A support imaginable, but that was a cute little ending there. Shez Annette A support.
Hey, Annette. What are you up so late for? Some kind of research?
Oh no, it's nothing like that. I've been working on this.
That just looks like a bunch of little black bugs jumping around on a page.
Huh. Is that a music note?
Excuse you. It's sheet music. I have no idea how you could possibly think the notes look like bugs.
Sorry. It's just, I don't think I've ever actually seen sheet music before. Does this mean you're writing a new song?
Oh boy, do we get the epic sequel to Man with Horse Head? What was it? Something about a half man, half horse. That was an epic tune.
A lovely tune popped into my head today, so I wanted to jot it down before I forgot.
Let's see. How are you going to follow that one up?
Mind singing it for me? I'd love to know what kind of song it is.
They actually going to make her sing?
Nope, sorry. I'm not done writing the lyrics yet. I have a rough outline, but that's about it so far. Still, I want to write something happy. A song that'll make people feel good when they sing it.
That sounds great. I can't wait till it's finished.
She's like, it's a song about death on the battlefield.
Hey, do you remember the song I wrote about that night?
How could we forget?
Night? Oh, you mean the horse with the human... yep.
Yeah.
The song about the night, of course.
Well, I heard someone singing it again.
Look, Annette, I know you're upset I let it slip, but what's done is done.
I didn't mean it like that. I heard a mercenary singing it to himself as he died.
Oof.
He was covered in blood and could hardly breathe. Yet he had this great big smile on his face as the words crossed his lips. must have been in so much pain. But still, he just kept smiling.
Probably thinking back to all the times he'd spent drinking and singing with his friends. Soldiers always throw the wildest parties after a battle. The sort of thing where you can find knights and mercs alike, locking arms and belting out tunes.
Maybe. Anyway, I've been thinking about that mercenary a lot ever since he passed. I never wanted that song out in the world, and I'm honestly still not happy about it. But it helped him face his final moments with a smile, instead of sadness or fear. And I'm forever grateful I could provide that.
It's like I told you before, Annette. Your songs can really help people. I'm sure tons more took comfort in that song too. Including me. Whenever I'm feeling down, I just think about one of your silly songs and I'm right back in high spirits.
Silly? Are you implying my lyrics aren't serious? No, never mind. I'll choose to take it as a compliment. And hey, if my songs really help people that much, I better get to work writing lots of new ones.
There you go. So what's this next one gonna be about?
Well, right now I'm planning to make it be about a group of friends who dig into a huge feast together.
And they all have fish heads.
They keep churning out dish after delicious dish, and everyone's faces are alight with laughter and joy.
Wow, I'm getting hungry just hearing about it.
Right? Then once all the food runs out, they go off hunting for ingredients so they can cook up some more.
Okay.
But uh-oh, they come across a ginormous bear and have to battle it to the death.
A death match with a bear? I thought this was supposed to be a happy song about a feast. Guess I shouldn't judge it before it's done. Just let me know when you're finished, okay? I want to be the first in line to hear it.
Yes, of course.
R.I.P. to the half man, half horse song. Blind Coco says that support took a dark turn real heckin' fast. Yes, it did. Isaac says, I downloaded a ROM hack of Pokemon Emerald, Blazing Emerald. Never heard of that one. It's probably good, though. Shez and Rodrigue. That's a pretty unique one. Let's see how this goes.
Hey, Rodrigue. Looking for something specific?
I am. It's a book called Keyholes General Treatise on Mercenaries. I was hoping to brush up a bit.
Sounds familiar. Pretty sure I skimmed through it back at the academy.
Only because it says Mercenaries on it.
Or something?
Well, perhaps.
Rodrigue, is everything okay? You're not really the kind of guy to skirt around answers like that.
If I may, do you remember when we faced Gerald and his mercenaries in battle?
Your memory's a bit fuzzy, really?
How could I forget? Things got pretty intense out there.
You almost died, Rodrigue.
Indeed they did. And that battle is the reason they opted to join our cause. One mistake is all it would have taken for us to suffer a crushing defeat. Thankfully, we managed to seize the initiative ourselves and emerge victorious. Had we not, our main camp would surely have fallen. I expect I too would have lost my life in the fray.
Yeah,
wink, wink.
It felt like there was danger lurking around every corner. Almost like I was walking on thin ice, never sure when it was going to crack beneath me.
It frustrated me to no end, both as a warrior and a commander. To see such foresight, such clever strategies emerging from the other side. Without the wisdom of our predecessors, I would never have been able to assess the situation. Hence why I again find myself here seeking knowledge.
You never fail to impress me, Rodrigue. All those years of experience, and you still have the drive to sit down and study tactics in your time off.
I merely despise the idea of defeat, nothing more. I lack the cunning of the Margrave, and unlike Lambert, I lack the overwhelming courage necessary to turn the tide of battle on my own. which is why I must learn as many strategies as I can.
You know, you've said before that you and... But I'm not so sure
I'm
that's
sorry.
true.
I just
Neither
completely
of you miss
skipped.
a single chance to improve yourselves. You know, you've said before that you and Felix don't have a whole lot in common. Guess the apple really doesn't fall far from the tree. And that goes for Dimitri, Sylvain, and yeah, even Felix. As for you, Rodrigue, I think all that hard-earned knowledge is exactly what makes you the incredible commander you are.
I'll spare you the humility and just accept the compliment. Thank you.
I bet you could even beat the Margrave or the former king if you took him on now.
I wouldn't be so sure. Both of them were far beyond my reach in their prime. And the Margrave aside, I could never hope to meet Lambert as equals. I'd struggle for an eternity without ever growing close to his might.
I guess you can't exactly catch up to someone when they're gone.
Perhaps not. But that's exactly why we must continue learning. To never stop reaching for those who seem beyond our grasp.
Gotcha. Then I'm just gonna have to follow in your footsteps. I'll catch up to you before you know it, Rodrigue. Just don't go dying on me before I get the chance.
Thanks, Dad.
Is that so? Then I suppose I'll have to work even harder to give you a proper challenge.
Is it just me, or is this like a weird pseudo father-son moment here?
Oh yeah, you were looking for Keyholes Treatise, right? Let me go ask if anyone knows where it is.
What's up, Methodius? Welcome. Happy Friday.
Oh, will I really make it home next winter?
You having a sad boy moment over there. All right, let's do a couple other main ones here, and then I want to do Shez Dimitri A support, and we'll go and we'll do some of Dimitri's, I think. Some of these I may just do off stream, unless you guys want to see certain ones. Like C supports at this point I don't think are really what I want to be focusing on, but let's do Shez and Catherine A support. See what this is all about. I've already forgotten the other two.
On your way back from training? It's admirable of you to keep at it so late.
Yeah, well, I like to get in a little bit of practice whenever I can. Can't afford to fall behind with everyone else getting so strong on the battlefield.
It's a little late for me today, but I could join you tomorrow. If that's okay, of course.
Really? That'd be great.
A desire to get stronger is not a bad thing in my book. While we're on the subject, can I ask you something? Why do you want to get stronger? No, wait. Let me start with a different question. What made you originally decide to become a mercenary?
It's not really much of a story. Not like there's some big reason behind it or anything.
Well, now I'm even more curious. But hey, if you don't want to talk about it, I won't push you.
I didn't really have a specific goal in mind. It just kinda happened. After my mom died, I left the village we'd been living in, but I had no idea what I was gonna do. I eventually ran out of money and fell in with a mercenary group. Then I worked my way up from doing their laundry to fighting.
You don't say. Well, I guess your story is a pretty common one, actually. How'd mercenary life treat you?
Awful at first, but once I met some folks that I got along with, it wasn't so bad. Anyway, the plan was to keep fighting alongside my friends, make a name for myself as a merc, and eventually run out of luck and die.
He's like, it was terrible. They forced me to wear their underwear on my head for the first year of employment. It was their hazing ritual to join Burling's Mercenaries. I was the underwear-headed bandit.
In charge of the king's private army, leading soldiers into battle. Not really what I expected, I'll tell you that much.
That's how life is. You never know what tomorrow will bring. When I was a kid, I never imagined I'd be wielding some holy relic as a Knight of Saros. I thought my destiny was to follow in my father's footsteps and become the next Count Karen.
It seems like you've been through a lot. I heard you were a fugitive at one point.
Yes, well, something happened. My best friend lost his way, and I couldn't set him right. Eventually, it cost him his life, and I let it happen. I couldn't stay in my hometown after something like that, but despite all that pain and sadness, I have no regrets about the choices I've made in my life.
Not many can say that. So, you've succeeded in making your past self proud, huh?
That's right. My past has made me who I am today. I'm going to keep moving forward, no matter what hardships lie ahead.
You're a strong person, Catherine. I think I could learn a lot from you. Hearing your story and what you said about making yourself proud gives me so much to think about. No matter how hard we try, there will always be times when we have to make tough choices, right? My past self fought hard to get me here. Am I gonna make the choice that past me would have approved of?
The tough part isn't making the right choice, though. It's what you do after. You must try your best to make whatever decision you land on into the right one in the end.
You make it sound so easy, but the more I think about it, the harder it seems.
Then don't think about it. Just keep trying your best day after day. Put one foot in front of the other, and eventually, you'll look back and realize how far you've come.
That's all I've got to do, huh?
That's all. You could even start right now. If anything I said struck a chord, that is. I, for one, look forward to seeing you carve your own path, wherever it may lead.
All right, that was not one of the more interesting ones, I'm sorry to say. I think that's all the ones I want to do with Shez, aside from Dimitri. So why don't we get to that one? Shez Dorothea could be interesting, but you know. Blind Coco says, is it just me or is this game's support pacing really weird? I seem to always pile them up 25 at a time and it took forever to get through. I did that because I didn't want to bore people by doing like 5 to 10 of them a stream. Especially like in the beginning of the stream before we actually got into doing other stuff. I suppose the irony of that is that now we're doing it here, right at the end of the game. But yeah, that's the thing, right? Like I really enjoy the supports, but if you watch a bunch of them back to back, it stops being fun pretty quick. Especially ones like that one where it's just like kind of how would I describe it? Like vague, you can do it, just keep taking a step forward. You know, that stuff, like the platitudes, the vague platitudes that like really don't mean too much. Those ones don't really hit, you know, especially if you've watched 5 already. You start to fall asleep. Remember everyone, Shez here is literally plagiarizing all this from a book he read. Morkadna asks, when do you guys think this game will get DLC? That is a great point. I'm trying to think. For 3 Houses, that launched in late July. And we like immediately, I think, had DLC for that. But there were waves, right? So the final wave, I don't think we got until like early 2020. Or like really late 2019 with Cindered Shadows. If I'm not mistaken, I'd have to go look at the exact dates. Yeah, I'm a little surprised we haven't heard like anything yet for this game. But I guess we'll have to see. And actually, hopefully, if they do, I feel like they have to be adding DLC, right? But if they do, hopefully this game will get a bit of a resurgence too. I would be eagerly looking forward to that. I'm hungry for more Fire Emblem content. I've actually been meaning to make guides for this game, but I just haven't been in the right headspace lately to be doing that. So I've kind of been putting it off, but eventually I would like to. It might lose all relevance, unfortunately, and be too late, but, you know, that's just how things happen sometimes, I guess. All right, Shez and Dimitri, A support.
Hey, Dimitri. Aren't you supposed to be on break today? What's got you down?
It's nothing. I suppose I'm just finding it difficult to relax. It is vexing to no end to lay around doing nothing while everyone else busies themselves with vital work.
Nobody's forcing you to take vacations or anything. We just want you to have a little break every now and again. Why are you so desperate to work anyway?
Because it is my duty. No. It is the only way I know how to live.
That's how he atones for his sins.
As part of the royal bloodline, my life has never for a moment belonged to me. Not even at the instant of my birth. And as a survivor of that horrible tragedy, there are certain responsibilities only I can shoulder.
I don't get it. Why does all that stuff have to fall on you? Nothing's gonna go the way you want if you can't bring yourself to trust people who just want to help. And don't even try to tell me you'd be happy with that.
All I want is to ease the pain, both for those who perished that day and for those who yet live. I'm fully aware that I will need to make sacrifices if I ever hope to accomplish that goal. But I will not drag others into my own personal crusade. I won't let anyone else suffer. So, you see, it's better for me to carry the burden myself. And better for everyone else as well.
You say you don't want to see people suffer, but what about you, Dimitri? What about your pain? You don't have a hope in the world of caring for other people if you can't care for yourself first.
I'm not sure how to respond to that. And in truth, I don't know how to alleviate my own pain. I've never given the matter any thought. What would happiness even look like for me?
How can you not know something like that? Just think about it. What kind of things make you smile?
Dimitri's like, butterflies?
Maybe when you finally conquer a tough rival, or hold a banquet after surviving a dangerous battle.
No, just butterflies.
I don't believe I bear the right to such happiness, but if that time were to come, it would be upon my death, having devoted my life to forming a peaceful kingdom full of joyful citizens.
And butterflies?
Seriously? You can be downright dismal sometimes, you know that? Why is death the first thing that comes to mind when you think about being happy?
Dismal? Yes, perhaps you're right. But I find it difficult to consider anything else that may cause me joy.
Come on, nothing? What about ending this war quick and celebrating with all your friends? I'm sure Dedu and the others would whip up the grandest feast you've ever laid eyes on.
No, such revelry would be wasted on me. But I suppose seeing the smiles on everyone's faces would be enough.
Thanks for thinking of us, oh great king. But fine, if you want to carry your own burdens for the rest of your life, so be it. We'll just have to take extra good care of you, though, since you clearly won't do it yourself. For starters, you're gonna take a break, and by the goddess, you're gonna like it. Come on, Dimitri. We're gonna get you away from camp for a bit.
No words can express my gratitude.
That was a cute ending to that one. Okay. All right, I think that's all we're going to do here with Shez. Let's take a look at what Dimitri's got. Jeez. Come out here, and there's still a million of them lying around. Dimitri Dedu. I feel like, you know, to be honest, I feel like these are going to be more meaningful. As much as I like Shez, he's still, at the end of the day, a slightly generic-y character created for this game. You know, as an OC. So, like, Dimitri still would have deeper relationships with, you know, our folks here. So let's go through some of these. Dimitri Dedu, A. Oh, let me answer chat for a second before we get into this one.
You will take ill if you keep sleeping at your desk.
Blind Coco says, this game feels a bit more one and done than Fire Emblem Warriors, considering this is more story driven, so they can't just pile up new characters and levels to grind it. So I don't know how likely DLC is. I feel like we've already seen evidence. I can't remember the specifics off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure we already saw evidence of DLC in the game's code, as if they planned to gate like some things, or like there was some extra content that seems to have been either left in there, or, you know, chunks of it were pulled out. I don't know, something. But I remember at launch, there were, you know, data miners that were looking into that stuff. So I feel like we've always kind of felt that DLC was on the table, but I understand where you're coming from with that argument, because the more that I think about it that way, this would be the game that DLC would make less sense in. So I kind of agree with you. But there's still Three Houses characters that were not playable in this game that should have been, like Judith. Like, I don't know, like, I say this every time that this comes up, but like Judith really disappoints me. I really thought, especially from like the trailers where she was in, I think Edelgard was beating her up in one of the early trailers for this. I was like, yes, Judith is in the game. She's going to be playable, probably Golden Deer out. Perfect. Like, that's what should have been in Three Houses. And it's still not even in this game. I don't know how Judith got screwed twice, but there's characters like that could be DLC, I suppose. Or who knows what they could do. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, if they wanted to, they could literally make the Agarthans. They could do like Talus and Cornelia and stuff like that. They could add them in or something weird. Like, they have options if they want them. And I guess they could add like a bonus story chapter, or like, I'm sure there are ways that they could implement them, even though the story feels very like, you know, the main focus and it's going to come to an end. And then where does that fit in? I do understand what you're saying though. Methodia says, a modern Muso game with no DLC? Impossible. Koei Tecmo wants to milk us for more money. What makes you smile, Dimitri? Camera pans at Dimitri mid-battle with a smile on his face. The boar smile. Oh, look at that. Methodia says, data mining implies playable Agarthans. That's literally what I didn't see your comment, but that's literally what I was just thinking. Because I was trying to think of, like, who else... Their models are already in the game. Like, what's the easiest thing that they could jump to if they wanted to add DLC characters? That was what my mind went to first. And there's other folks. I mean, Cyril... they have options. There's options. They could come up with... They could even put, like, Nemesis in here or something like that, you know? Come up with stuff like that. All right, let's get back to this. Sorry.
Do? Oh, I've done it again. Yes, well, thank you for waking me and sparing my poor neck any further damage.
I had a crick in my neck recently that was there for like a month. No matter what I tried, it didn't go away. I literally slept without a pillow because I was thinking like maybe it was the angle that I slept at or something, or my head was too raised. I slept without a pillow for like over a month. It only recently finally went away, but neck cricks are no joke, man. Oh my God, they could be terrible. I couldn't turn my head past this point. Wow, that feels good that I could do that now. All right, sorry.
You sounded pained. Is everything all right?
And a DLC when? Yeah, exactly.
Dreaming of the past again, I fear.
Although I don't really care for that one, but
tragedy?
They could.
No. The day I returned to the capital afterward. Do you remember the child who cursed me after my father's funeral?
Oof.
Oh, yes. I believe he was the son of a knight who fell in Dusker.
He was a son of a something.
He was furious that I would not take revenge on your people, and even more enraged to see you serving as my vassal. He berated me without mercy, demanding I kill you then and there. All I could do was walk away.
He sounds like kind of a psychopath, but yeah.
Everyone desires revenge for that day. Survivors and the dead alike cry out for retribution.
I know, Your Majesty.
I seek to fulfill the duty they have given me, and have never once flinched from it. And yet, to do. If I were mortally wounded and begged with my dying breath for you to avenge me, what would you do?
I would do it, even at the cost of my life.
Oh, what to do?
And if I told you to forget me and live for your own happiness?
I would regretfully decline. I cannot know happiness without you by my side. I would still seek vengeance, just for my own sake, not yours.
Interesting. And nothing I say to the contrary will change your mind?
Your Majesty, can you not live for your own sake?
My life is not my own. It belongs to my kingdom, my people, and the dead. But had I been born to a different fate, well, perhaps I would have traveled outside Poland with you as a mercenary. Or perhaps I'd be a farmer. I confess the thought does sound rather delightful.
Surely you could still tread those paths.
It was a jest to do. I merely said the first thing that came to mind. I am driven by matters on which I cannot permit myself to yield. I hope you understand that.
Well then, all the more reason to get some proper rest. If work remains, I will aid you. If you have difficulty sleeping, I will lend you my ear. But seeing you slumped over at your desk disturbs me. Every time, I fear death has come for you in the night.
Death will never sneak up on me as long as I remain under your watchful attention.
Your Majesty, please.
Though, if I were to die and leave you alone, the aftermath would be horrendous. I suppose I will heed your advice. Just this once.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
That was a single tear for the beautiful bromance. I love Dedue. Dedue is easily like one of my favorite characters from Three Houses. Dimitri Felix B. We don't even have A with them yet? What? We may have to do that. Dimitri Sylvain B. Because they don't get an A.
Ah, Sylvain. I was hoping to ask your opinion on our recent meeting.
Hey, I'm always happy to talk. But if you want House Gautier's take, shouldn't you ask my father?
I don't want House Gautier's opinion. I want yours.
Okay. Well, we were talking about the pros and cons of incorporating commoners in the nobility, right? Seems to me like we got it all sorted out.
Yes. The discussion primarily revolved around a single point. Whether those without crests are actually worthy of entering the nobility.
I mean, if they're up to the challenge, I don't see why not. It's like how you promoted my brother, right? Skill is what matters in the end.
Indeed. And the performances of Ash and the Commander serve as proof of such.
Just don't get carried away, you know? Too much of a good thing and all that? I'm sure you realize what would happen to the kingdom if we lost the power of crests.
Naturally. However, crest bloodlines are currently fading everywhere. People such as Felix, who were born with major crests, are the exception in this day and age.
Which means Fargus has two options if we want to retain our power. One, we bolster our military and promote prosperity while delicately letting the bloodline dance play out. Or two, we admit bloodlines won't last forever and create a social system that doesn't rely on inheritance. Neither one would hold up for long, but if I had to choose, I guess the first option would be the better one for the kingdom on the whole.
Bolstering our military is more easily said than done. Impoverished as our land is, it will be difficult to compete with regions of more fertile ground.
Hey, do you remember what I said when you talked to me about promoting my brother? I told you it was important to keep up appearances while we were in the middle of a war. And honestly, I don't have any real objection to the way you're running things now.
Thank you, Sylvain. I knew you would help me sort things out in my head.
I don't usually get into serious stuff like this, but I'm glad I could help.
Such topics are not beyond your grasp, though. Your complete sincerity is a great strength. That said, you never show that side of you to any but Felix and myself. Although, I must admit, you were far from sincere during our academy days.
Ugh, don't remind me. Just thinking about it makes me cringe.
If you see the error of your ways, it is not too late to mend them. Or perhaps you require one of my lectures like old times?
Pass. You know I've got them all memorized anyway.
I do hope you realize how much I rely on you, Sylvain. You have so many things I lack. You're clever and quick-witted like your father, yet...
Yeah, well, I've been jealous of your strength ever since we were kids.
You're a complete pig.
None of us are perfect. So let us dwell no longer on our failings. I apologize for taking up so much of your time, though I hope to have similar discussions in the future.
Looking forward to it. Glad I can always speak my mind around you.
if the blue lions were animals and they weren't lions, Dimitri would be a boar. It's ironic because Sylvain sounds like he'd be like a pig based on the womanizing. What would Ingrid be? What would Dedu be? It's a fun little thought experiment. All right, Dimitri Mercedes, A support. Sylvain really said democracy would never work, huh?
Is it much further, Mercedes? We'll likely need to rest soon.
We're just about there. See? It's right over that hill.
I had no idea there was a village here.
Actually, I used to live in this village once upon a time. You can see the church where I stayed in the distance.
It is a place of stunning beauty and quiet. It almost feels like coming home somehow.
Mercedes would be a golden retriever. That's pretty good.
Oh, Mercedes, it's been so long. Come to visit your mother, have you?
Look at this. This is like a unique... This is what I find so interesting about Three Houses and Three Hopes. Like, there's some NPC portraits that you never see, and it's used in, like, one cutscene ever. Really interesting. Like, in some places, they end up putting in so much effort that's, like, really weirdly misplaced. I swear I've never seen this portrait, or even that model, to be honest, in my life. It's crazy.
It has been a while, hasn't it? And no, I'm mostly here to show my friend around.
Friend?
My, what a handsome young man. Are you with the Knights of Saros?
What? Oh, no. I'm the kingdom's... I'm a member of their army.
You don't say. Guess that means you work closely with our Mercedes here. Well, if you've got the time, go pop into the church. I'm sure the priest and little ones will be delighted to see you.
Absolutely. Also, I do want to say hello to Mother, since we've come all this way.
Taking him to see your mom. Time to meet the parents.
I always find it nerve-wracking to meet friends of friends.
Oh, she's harmless. She works over at the church. My mother and I owe her a lot. There are many people there who share similar circumstances to our own. Too many, I'm afraid. Still, the priest accepts anyone and everyone who comes to him for aid.
Such open-mindedness is rare in these times. I wonder if it's because of the church's teachings.
You know, this village would look very different had you not accepted the central church.
Well, I've heard the most unpleasant rumors about the southern church, and I don't know how to govern all these villages myself.
I realize you know far more than me when it comes to things like politics and war. But I still thought it was important for you to see what you're protecting with your own eyes.
Which is why you insisted I accompany you. To be honest, I have no idea how the war will change Fogland. But I will do everything in my power to protect this place, and all others like it.
Thank you, Dimitri.
Now Kith.
Let's get on over to the church. There are some wonderful views on the way there.
Yes.
There are
Kith
fields
time.
of flowers, beautiful brooks. Goodness, so many things I want to show you.
I don't know why I'm shipping them so hard.
Oh, and I need to say hello to my mother and the priest while we're at the church.
I suppose I should give them my regards as well. Considering I hold your life in my hands as your commanding officer.
My, you're so nervous. Perhaps you should let me handle the introductions. I'll just tell them you're someone very important to me.
Wait, Mercedes. That may lead to some untoward conclusions.
Sorry, it was just a joke, I promise. I didn't mean to fluster you. Still, I much prefer this Dimitri to the scowly one I always seem to see.
You are a master of catching me off balance, Mercedes.
That one's pretty cute. Blind Coco says, Fire Emblem players, whenever two characters interact, now kiss, do the thing, bring the children out of the time portal. Yeah, basically. Yuritsa would be a black lab. Okay, I could see that. I was trying to think. I feel like Felix would be like a wolf because he's got that edgy lone wolf kind of a vibe. Ash would be some kind of like meerkat or small mammalian animal. Not a gopher. Let's think. I don't know, something something like that. Ingrid, what's Ingrid? I don't know. One of you guys said Dedue would be a bull or something sturdy. Yeah, definitely something sturdy. I could see him being like a bear, but I was trying to think of like what would pair well with like a boar, and I don't know what that would be, to be honest. Isn't Lone Wolf the name of Felix's personal skill? I actually think you are quite right. Welcome, Jomil. I'm sorry, I'm not sure how to say your name correctly, but I tried. Ingrid is literally a Pegasus. Okay, look, we're not doing... I guess she could be. Maybe she could be like a bird. Nah. I'm sure there's something even more fitting out there we haven't thought of. Ash is a raccoon because he picks locks and steals stuff. I did think about that briefly, but he doesn't really like look like a raccoon. I guess Dimitri doesn't really look like a boar either, does he? Yeah, I guess I could see that. What's Sylvain? What would Sylvain be? Oh, we said a pig. He'd have to be like a pig or some kind of really flirty animal, like a peacock or something. A net. Net would be like an aardvark or a taper. I don't know. I'm just messing around. I'm not sure. Just trying to come up with some weird ones. All right, I guess we'll do Dimitri, Felix, B. We might be able to get A later. Let's just try. It's one of the main ones, so we might as well. Annette is a chihuahua. What?
How long are you going to keep staring blankly like an idiot? You should eat.
You're right. My apologies.
I already missed this tense vibe.
You're in a tizzy about how best to make use of the church's forces. Or maybe you're just worried about how our forces will survive the winter. Well, knock it off. A good leader knows when to let their vassals do the worrying for them.
Is that why you left your uncle in charge of House Fraldarius?
Yes. Though I've been returning to the territory the moment any issues arise with his governance.
And your mother? Is she in good health? I imagine it's difficult to manage all the family squabbles on her own.
Oh, she's fine. She's good at that sort of thing. I actually think she likes it. I suggest you focus on your own issues for once, instead of worrying about everyone else.
I'm not sure that's possible. Oh, but that does remind me. I hear the Knights wanted to hold a joint training session.
Blind Coco says, all right, I'm off. I got to go. Enjoy the rest of the supports. Hopefully I'll catch another stream soon. Yeah, I think I'll do the final battle next week. Probably Wednesday. Let's aim for Wednesday. But thank you for tuning in, Blind Coco. And I'll try to do something other than supports in a little bit here.
Forget it.
Let's break it up a bit.
You'll never change. I'd tell you to stop brooding so much, but I'd be wasting my breath.
I cannot afford to lose this war, Felix. I must protect the kingdom. I must avenge the fallen. Each day, we draw ever closer to those who pulled the actual strings. I've already punished any who knew of the plan and did nothing, as well as a number of middle-rank conspirators. But it isn't enough. There are still those who must answer for this crime with their lives.
War coming out.
You are a book with one chapter and no ending. What will you do when you actually have this revenge of yours?
It's a pretty apt little metaphor there.
I don't know. But if I can quell their grief and their hate, it will be enough. Do you hate me, Felix?
Oh.
After all, I saw Glenn die. I watched it and could do nothing. His end lies on my shoulders.
That was not the line that I expected to come out of his mouth next.
That's enough. I don't hate you, okay? You weren't responsible for any of that. They didn't die for your sake. They made their own choices of their own free will. Don't be so conceited.
But surely they didn't want to die. Yet they did so to protect me. Me. I am undeserving of such sacrifice.
I told you to quit brooding and eat. Your food's going to rot if you wait any longer.
It's like his mom. Eat your veggies.
Yes, of course.
Yes, Mom. All right, I like that one. All right, let's spend some points. There's God, there's millions in here still. What do we got? We got Gerald Byleth B support going on. Let me just peek in here for a minute. To do Mercedes. To do Catherine. All right, there's less of these. We got Felix Rodriguez. We should probably do that one too later on. A lot of the rest of these I'll probably do off stream. I guess there's not that as many as I thought, but yeah, there were quite a bit of them. So we have a lot of points. I think we should be smart about this. I think we should plan out any supports that I want that I have not gotten. I think we should work towards. I think Dimitri Felix is probably a big one that I want. Dimitri Ingrid could be too. God, we how did we not get like Dimitri B supports with like basic Blue Lions characters? That's kind of crazy. Clearly Dimitri was not around in that very much. Huh. All right, let's look at Catherine. How do we do with you? Catherine to do. Well, I think that's a fair one to strive for. Let's start with that.
Care to make yourself useful?
Catherine to do. She hate eating. She hates eating. Or managing the food, I should say. All right, let's get Catherine here. Where is to do? There he is. I passed him.
Counting on you both.
All right, let's do this.
Yes, I'm ready.
Hey.
We all must do our fair share.
That's pretty good. Let's see. Where did that land them? Oh, they got it. Nice. Okay. I can live with that. Catherine and Shamir actually is going to be this route exclusive, isn't it? Okay. That would be a good one to get, I suppose. But let's focus elsewhere. Let's see Rodrigue. Got Felix A. I think we did pretty well with Rodrigue. Yeah, we did quite well with Rodrigue, didn't we? Felix is an exclusive. Felix Sylvain. Yeah, even Felix we didn't get as much with everybody. Felix Raff, that was, yeah. That might be one I'll have to grind off camera. Annette. Annette's got a lot of work with Ash that she did not do. And also to do as well. It's kind of sad. Okay. I feel like just by looking at this right here, you can kind of see that we neglected Annette a little bit throughout this playthrough. She's got Mercedes. She's got Shez. She's got Ingrid. But not the rest of these folks here. Even Lawrence, too. Interesting. Ingrid. Flane has Ash. Actually, we should do that one later, though. And Dorothea. That's interesting. Seth, of course. All right, let's start off with lions, though. Let's go. What did I mess up? Let's do one with a net. Try to alleviate this problem. But at this point, we're only getting... Man. A net Felix? Do I bother? Let's see. Felix. Let's do Felix Ingrid. Or Felix Sylvain. I think we could do Felix Sylvain easily.
Care to make yourself useful?
The ones you want are like never... They never enjoy the same things, do they?
Counting on you both.
All right, let's give it our best.
Let's go.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say they didn't get it.
Must do our fair share.
Although I can't see what that achievement is. So... Oh, they're so close. It's because that was only a nice... Okay, Ingrid. Ingrid to do could be kind of interesting, but we just did one with to do. Ingrid Marianne. Huh. Man, there were so many other things I wanted to do with some of these characters. I feel like we ran out of time here in this game. Dimitri Ash we could do. Or Dimitri Ingrid.
Care to make yourself useful?
There we go. Finally one where they both like it.
Counting on you both. We'll handle this together.
Let's do this.
We all must do our fair share.
Oops. How did that go? Oh, so close. Okay. Well, let's do some cooking. We know we need to do that. Definitely going to be cooking with to do.
Hunger is the true enemy.
What do I want here? We could do this one. Let's definitely get to do in there. And we want to do and... Was it Ingrid? Let's get to do and Ingrid going. Can we cook a good stew for once? An onion gratin. Well, Shez, you will never be a good cook.
Yeah, the flavor's not really there. Might want to try something different next time.
I'm pretty sure we've maxed out this activity too. Or this facility, I should say.
You made this. Impressive.
No, it's not.
You went to the trouble just for me? Thank you.
Well, I wonder how much that actually did. Considering how bad Shez blundered that one. Yeah, well, still a ways to go there. Let's see, what else can we do here? Felix. I guess we could do Felix Dimitri if I want to kind of push for that one. Let's do that.
Hunger is the true enemy.
This one's fine by me. We got Oop. Oh, I didn't even know you could do that. Oh, that would have been so much helpful to know earlier. Oh my god, I went through the whole game without knowing that. I kept backing out of this menu to look at supports. That's crazy. Wow. All right. These two. Tristan says, if you like old school dungeon crawlers, try Dungeon Encounters. Never heard of it. Hey.
Hey, this is great. I bet anyone would love this stuff.
Well, that one worked out.
What's with that look, Boar? You could at least pretend to enjoy the food.
Oh, I do. I was merely focused on a stray dab of sauce on your cheek. Shall I wipe it off for you?
Come back whenever you're hungry.
Did they get it? Let's find out. Oh, they're so close. So close. I feel like I may have to do a little bit of grinding after this off camera. Just get a couple more supports to wrap up for the final battle next time. Let's see. Anybody else? We got 3 points left here. We could do an expedition if you guys think I should. Sylvain never got a chance with Ingrid. There's also to do. Sylvain to do. But they did just have meals. Or Sylvain and Annette. Man, my Blue Lions did not have the best relationships between each other, did they?
Hunger is the true enemy.
Let's go with Sylvain and Annette. Find one of these I can do. There we go. I'll take it. Ingrid picking out and enjoying whatever Shez makes is perfectly in character for her. I suppose so. Good point. You gonna do it again? Told you, he's a god-awful cook. He just got lucky.
Yeah, the flavor's not really there.
Wow, this is so good. I had no idea you had this kind of skill.
Hold on. How'd you know this was my favorite? Thank you.
Lunch with the redheads.
Come back whenever you're hungry.
All right, let's save the other points for now, I'm going to say. I'll make that call. Let's do some training. I know I got some folks in some funky classes right now.
Training can be the difference between victory and defeat.
You are not, though. Ingrid is still in the archer class. Trying to get her arms thrift, if I'm not mistaken. We got Catherine as a mage. I guess I was trying to get her the elements. Violet is finally in the correct class. Gerald is still not. Alright, well. Let's clear all of this. Optimize it. And see what we got. I don't care to have Shez in here. Sorry. Who could teach you a thing or two about swords? And maybe learn about magic? Oh, that one works. It's putting... Ooh, it's trying to max Holy Knight for Dimitri. Interesting. I'm going to ignore that one for now. We might be able to finish Wyvern Lord on Annette. I like that. I like what's going on here. These two, that's fine by me. Happy may master Gremory. That'd be good. But I feel like we could do better with this placement. Got Dorothea in here. Who else needs to be in here? Oh, all we did was swap these. Whoops. Okay, I guess that's fine. Do I want Dorothea Catherine, though? I guess everybody else kind of is except for Rodrigue. Toss flame in there. Oh, that was not as useful as I thought. Well, either way, I think that's good enough. Let's do it. Mastered Gremory.
New power, is it? Excellent. This should come in handy.
Hey, I was looking for that.
Training can be the difference between victory and defeat.
Is there anything else we want to do with Happy? Or is that just what she should be for the end? Maybe she should be a Dark Knight for the Specials Master. That's probably what we need to do, isn't it? I like that magic attack range, though. That's going to be pretty good. I think we make her a Dark Knight.
You can't do the job without the outfit.
She's definitely going to need a very particular lance, though. Like that. Maybe I should have forged an arrow of Indra for her, but I don't have one that has a good secondary effect on it. Alright, well, I guess she's keeping that for right now at the moment. Let's
Can't wait to see how you do.
I'll do a full run of this later, but let's give her that ability before I forget. I don't think we're going to be needing that. Oh, she can't use it. Okay. I was kind of wondering about that. I figured it would make more sense on an infantry, but... Oh, she can't even use this? What? Okay. Well. I guess that's that.
Time to work you into shape.
Let's see, let's get you off of here. Pop someone else in. You're not in here. Why are you not in here? Can we put you two together? Do we want Shamir in here? Or should I go for Sedith? I should honestly put like... Yeah, I guess it doesn't make sense, does it? Let's just go for it. Ooh, that one was a good one.
I feel like I've taken hold of something.
Hey, I'm stronger.
Innate ability.
I think I've learned something new.
Ooh.
I can use this.
I think I'm getting the hang of this.
Training can be the difference between victory and defeat.
I don't really see us doing anything else with Annette at this point. It's a little late. Unfortunately, she was never able to become a Gremory. And she doesn't really have many other options. So she's probably staying a Wyvern Lord. It's a little strange, but it is what it is. I do want to check out that innate ability, though.
Can't wait to see how you do.
Heaviest hitter. Ooh. Can't really say no to that one, can I? Nullify flying would also be quite good, so let's see. I hope that, oh, sorry, that's my alarm. I hope that that stacks with the other ones here. Not having War Cleric class for Annette in this game is a total crime. Yeah, that's something else they could add with DLC for sure. I mean, why do we care about that one? That's not that good. Okay. Looking pretty stacked in here. Although she does not have Axe Prowess level 3. Don't ask me why.
Can be the difference between victory and defeat.
Who else maxed? You're maxed, but I think we're keeping you the way you are. Gerald, I think, was the other. Are you finally done, or is your thing here? It's here. So the point was to get Essence of Lightning for Gerald. I guess we'll do it. God, this is so weird.
Just tell me where to fight.
Cursed Images 101. All right, let's get back.
Proper training, time to work you into shape.
Do a little bit more training. We're going to swap out Annette, although it's a little sad because it would have been an opportunity for her to, well, maybe we do give her some Gremory experience. Hold on.
Can't wait to see how you do.
I have an idea.
Time to work you into shape.
We're going to accomplish her dreams, just not completely in the right way.
I can work with this.
Nope. You got it, but you're not becoming it. Now, you're going to train it, but you're not it. You know? I guess swapping you with Mercedes? No, that didn't really work out, did it? Wow, I really need Ingrid to be done with that class. You don't have that many points either. Let's just go for it. Byleth mastered Silverheart.
I feel like I've taken hold of something. I've grasped new strength.
Training can be the difference between victory and defeat.
Well, we gotta do Swordmaster on the way to Enlightened One. Don't have much of a choice there, so let's do it.
A new path to tread.
All right. What did that mess up? Guess it didn't really mess up anything. Keep on pushing ahead. Oh boy.
I work to grow.
That was all the points.
New strength.
Hey, that's not half bad.
Fimble Vetter on Gerald.
I could use this.
The more power, the better.
I have yet more power to unleash.
Well,
Training can be the can't wait to see how you do.
okay, that's that.
Oh, how about this?
Let's see. Should we bother with the gifts? I guess we could. There's not really any Shez supports I want, right? Let me double check on that. Linhart we didn't succeed on, but he was a late game recruit. You guys did quite well, all things considered. Let's take a look at our funding. Oh, is Anna actually here too? She is.
Don't pass this by. Well, hello there.
230k gold. That is not what I anticipated having. Interesting.
Is that the one? Is that the one? Is that the one? Is that the one? Nothing but the best for you. Is that the one? Nothing but the best for you. Is that the one? Thanks a bunch.
Well, that's that.
I carry a little of everything.
Do I have bullions to sell? I do have a couple stat boosters to use. Yeah, nothing here. It is what it is.
You've got an eye for quality, friend.
All right, we'll worry about that later. Let me just make sure. I want to see where I'm at with the facilities. Anything that's not maxed, I should max.
Allow me to assist with any matters regarding the facilities.
All right, we need to max Tactics Academy, and that is it. We are looking for 10 advanced combat manuals. Actually, I suppose I need 10 more lavish building materials and 20 advanced combat manuals.
Let me know if I may be of further service.
Supplies are the lifeblood of any army.
All right, there goes that. Now we need... I've already forgotten what it was. Was it Advanced Combat Manual, I think? But the good thing is, we have all this stuff that is no longer serving us. Like 10 master smithing sets that are now useless, so we can get rid of these. Get rid of all our extra junk. Axe users not having access to magic is a shame. Yeah, that's a good point, Isaac. Especially without the war cleric stuff. No, let's not sell that one. Wow, we really, we really sold everything, didn't we? All right, let me just double check what that needed so I don't buy the wrong thing.
Allow me to assist with any matters regarding the facilities.
Yeah, advanced combat manuals, okay.
Let me know if I may be of further service.
Well, how'd it go?
Oh, there's a bullion. Did not quite make it to the amount of renown to get the rest of this.
Any result's a good result.
So that would require some grinding.
Supplies are the lifeblood of any army.
Oh my god, all that and I can still only get 16. Alright, we gotta do some other stuff here. Oh, we're so close. I could deliver equipment, but that's going to take a long time scrolling through that stupid menu. 2 mithril? Edelgard has access to dark magic, which she'll never use without sacrificing her axes. Yeah, that is a good point. Oh, there was stuff in here. Oh, I'm stupid. Well, now that's extra. As if we need any of this anymore.
Everything has its use.
All right, let's wrap up the facilities.
Allow me to assist with any matters regarding the facilities.
Looks pretty good to me.
I may be of further service.
Maybe we should spend some time at the Tactics Academy, unlocking some more stuff on people.
My instruction comes at a high price.
I haven't increased the stat limits on anybody yet. I don't even know that we capped anything at this point either. I don't know, should we bother with this?
This'll help me break new boundaries.
I can't wait to test my newfound strength.
No, this is not my peak. I'm getting better.
This is painful because it's such a money sink. It's like, do I keep doing this for everybody? I don't know.
Got to give this a try sometime.
That seems like one to do.
Got to give this
That
a try
absolutely
sometime.
seems like one to do.
I'm getting better.
How can I best use this power?
Hey, new power. All right.
I can use this.
A new power, is it? Excellent.
I'll remember this.
This is part of me now. This is part of me now.
Have I regained my true power?
Where do stats cap at? Haven't leveled up anyone for that to be an issue. Yeah, good point. Yeah, considering I have characters with like 50 or 60 speed, it's pretty insane. I'm not actually sure. Happy's ability. Oh, that would have made her better at some points.
I have yet more power to unleash.
Stats cap when they turn green. Thank you, Methodius, for the... I thought they turned green for Christmas. Yuritsa, extra slots. Oh, when using... Oh, I forgot he has the Crest of Lamine. Right, that's not a very good one for him specifically. Shamir. Oh, we came this way. Constance. Sorry, these guys I did not really focus on. Lawrence I would have focused on more.
A new power is now being mine. Oh, look at that.
For His Majesty.
How can I best use this power?
I'll be able to help even more now.
Sylvain. Not really sure. None of this really feels all that absolutely necessary at this point.
I could use this.
Guess we'll do those for you. We got to do here. Already pretty stacked. And we got Dimitri. Is that be going to have? Alright, I think that's good for now. Even though money is pointless after this, so maybe I should just be buying all of them, quite honestly. I may do that off stream, so as to not bore you with the details. What else can we do in preparation? I guess we could forge. Let's see.
Hey there. Need something?
Oh, let's focus on Unleash Effects first. That's right. Ooh, that's a good one. Definitely doing that one. Ooh. That is now Happy's new tome, if I'm not mistaken. I've already forgotten where we just got this from. Should I do that one? Screw it. All right. We could do it. How about Reforge? Got anything cool lying around in... Oh, not that one. Repair. Anything cool lying around in here? Silver Sword, Brave Sword. Yeah, I guess nothing really insane in here. How about a nice lance?
Is this it?
Oof. That was not a very good one, was that? I mean, yikes. Methodia says, better rank up on your achievements so you can earn that Chalice of Beginnings. There are achievements in repairing weapons, for example. Do I want to deal with the Chalice of Beginnings in this first playthrough? I don't know. I'm not sure, Methodius. Let me know if you have thoughts on that. But I'm not striving to grind 100% completion in the first playthrough. But does your Renown carry over? I guess I still don't know enough about how New Game Plus works because I've never been there before. If your Renown carries over, that would be good towards getting that later. But maybe it doesn't. Thunderbrand. It's a lot of my Umbral Steel.
Is this it?
This could be even better.
Is this it?
Everything carries over? Okay, cool. Yeah, in which case I'm not too worried about Chalice of Beginnings then. Lances. I don't know, I just feel like... What else is there to do here, you know? We could blow all the Woot Steel that I've got, giving to do an absolutely disgusting 300 might Brave Axe on a weapon with these effects. That one doesn't really do much for him, though. Finding the perfect weapons is kind of tough. Like, I feel kind of guilty upgrading some of these. A magic bow we never used. Like, once. Alright, this is a pretty good dragon claw. Maybe that's worth the mega upgrade.
Is this it? Is this it?
Rip. Looking pretty strong, though. That's pretty good. This Sword of Zoltan is looking kind of good.
Is this it?
All right, I don't know. We still have more of some other things. All right, well, I'll come back and do anything else there after the stream. What else do we need to do? Final preparations. I'll probably go around and talk to everybody off stream. I guess we could do a couple more supports here in a moment, but yeah. What if I talk to this?
Which battle do you wish to reflect on?
Well,
I'll continue gathering records of your battles.
let's save the game. All right, I guess we're doing some more supports, and then I'll probably wrap up the stream not too much longer than that, because there's not all that much else to do. I mean, there's a couple more things I'll do off stream, but it'd be kind of boring to sit there doing them all night like that, so I'll do them off stream, and then we'll come back next week for the actual finale, which I hope will be pretty exciting. In the meantime, let's do a couple more supports here. Dimitri Ingrid as their final support. Let's do that.
Your Majesty, about tomorrow's drills. Apologies. I did not mean to interrupt.
It's fine, Ingrid. We had just finished.
That was the leader of the Dusker forces, yes? What were you talking about?
We were discussing various tactics and formations. We must be aligned if we're to fight together.
What's up, Jonathan? Sorry if I didn't say hello to you before.
Operate is quite different from our knights. I must also be mindful of how I deploy them to avoid undue conflict.
Jonathan says, I saw a Three Hopes character tier list some days ago. My heart broke when I saw Dedue and Ash as the worst characters in the game. Really? That's interesting. I wonder why that is. Is it... The only thing I could think of with Dedue... I haven't looked at his magic spell list. I'd imagine it's probably not good. And also his speed. Really, though? Really? And his personal's not amazing. But you know what? If I gave Dedue the Merc Whistle, or Sylvain's thing, his scarf, maybe he's still slow. I don't know. That'd be fun to play around with. Actually, we should do that.
Yes, I hear there have already been a number of small quarrels in the encampment.
I don't like Ash's personal ability either, unfortunately. It's not great. But that's just his personal. I don't know.
Problem easily solved.
Why else he would not be good.
I'm sure each side finds it difficult to adjust to the other.
In fact, as a War Master, he's quite good. So.
And you, Ingrid. Do you still hate the people of Dusker?
I no longer have reason to hold on to that hate. Yes, a few of them were involved in the tragedy, but I cannot blame the rest for that. There were many other forces at work. I understand that now. Yet I used to focus all my negative feelings on the people of Dusker, and for that I am ashamed.
What's up, Chip? Chip says, well. Or Chip actually says, well. If it isn't Mr. Stinker. Why am I Mr. Stinker, Chip? But welcome.
In a way, I now find myself scared of interacting with them at all.
You needn't blame yourself. The fault lies with me for not speaking to you about it more 6 years ago. I hesitated because I didn't wish to confuse the matter, not knowing the full truth of it.
Yeah, we should do.
But you were forced to grapple with many painful feelings as a result. Clearly, my priorities were not in order.
Should we go on a fun adventure? Is this going to ruin anything? I don't think so. All right, ready? Ready for this? Goodbye. No, wait. Come back. Goodbye, cruel world. All right, just kidding. I have an up desk, so that helps. Let's fix this, though. Let's readjust that. All right, we're going to stand for a little bit. Tired of sitting.
You had enough to deal with 6 years ago. So many knights were expelled from the castle, and almost none but Lord Rodriguez would set foot in the capital. Even my father prevented me from going to see you.
Yet, I still could have sought you out. And I had countless chances to discuss the matter at the academy.
What's up, desk? That's like that thing that people put in their online dating profile sometimes. Something about updog, and then someone will say, I guess it's a cheesy pickup line type of deal, right? You just put like something up dog, and then the person goes, what's up dog? And then it breaks the ice and you go from there. I've seen that one a couple times. Chip says, I hate autocorrect. You're sticking up a plan for the finale today. No? What? I'm not sure what you mean exactly. If you mean preparing for the finale, yes, but we're not going to be doing the final mission tonight. I'll save that for next week. I didn't think it would be very wise to do a crap ton of supports in the beginning of a finale stream. It just didn't seem appropriate, so I figured today we could do a prep video anyway. I also, like, the last stream I did like 2 chapters because they flew by really quick, and there wasn't a lot of the side stuff to be doing. So we kind of progressed further than I thought anyway. So today's a little bit of a catch-up day.
I do not think I would have taken it well even if you had. I was convinced that Glenn died saving you from irredeemable villains. I forced myself to believe that. If I hadn't, I fear I may have gone mad.
I was in a similar position, but once I finally opened the lid on that box, I realized just how many were involved, including members of our own kingdom. In the end, I knew I had to reconcile with reality.
And I must also accept the reality that stands before me now. We are allied with the people of Dusker, which means I can no longer avoid them.
I have an idea. It may not help, but I'd like to take you somewhere. The father of that man I was speaking with earlier opened an inn last year, and it's not far. Would you care to join me there for a meal? Word has it he's quite skilled at making all manner of food.
People trying to schmooze with Ingrid tonight.
Of course, if this is all too much and too soon, I understand.
Not at all. I would love to accompany you. Though it shames me to admit it, I likely lack the courage to go alone.
Stinking equals thinking.
But with you at my side, I think I can take that first step.
In that case, let us make haste. Oh, and this will be my treat, so keep your pocketbook shut tight.
So, Chip, you were saying you're thinking up a plan for the finale. Okay. Chip says, as I continue to play this game, I gotta say, getting S rank is starting to slowly kill me. What does that mean, Chip? Methodia says, if DLC gives us Lord class but doesn't add Judith, we can always reclass Ingrid as Lord. That way we have at least one descendant of Daphne to roleplay with. I don't like it. I don't like it, Methodius. Okay, who else did we want to make sure we did? Felix Rodriguez, that's a big one. Let's do that one. Let's see what... is there going to be a heartfelt father-son moment here?
Can we make this quick? I'm busy.
For once, would you please just... No, not today. The truth is, I think it's time we sat down and talked. Neither of us know which day could be our last. So we should both ensure there's no lingering regret when the time comes.
Ooh.
Well, this is off to a grim start. So, what is it you want to talk about?
I wanted to apologize for what I said about Glenn. It was ill put, and I'm sorry. I should never have said such a thing in your presence.
If you're going to explain yourself, I suppose I can make the time to hear you out.
Thank you. Then I will not mince words. I too was mortified by Glenn's death. Yet he perished a hero. He chose that life for himself, and he chose that death. He fought to protect the future of Fargus and his friend, until his dying breath. As his father, I felt I had to acknowledge that choice.
And how are you so sure it was his choice? Neither of us really knows what he was thinking. The boar might have an inkling, but all he goes on about is how he caused Glenn's death.
You're right. I don't know for certain. But I know what I would have done had I been there. And you, Felix? What would your choice have been? Would you have abandoned His Majesty to save yourself? Or would you have chosen to fight until death claimed you? I myself would have safeguarded His Majesty at all costs. I know that it wasn't in Glenn's nature to flee either.
It's always about courage or cowardice with you. I wouldn't have chosen anything. When your life's on the line, you don't have time to think about that stuff. Only act. I would have fought with my own will, in whatever way I thought best. And I would have made sure we both survived.
You always want to have it both ways. Still, I take pride in that determination of yours. Had I been there, I doubt I could have summoned the resolve to strive for such a victory. More likely, I would have been satisfied merely to die in the defense of my liege.
I can understand that way of thinking. In fact, I always have. But I still couldn't stomach Glenn's death being glorified.
And I'm sorry for that, Felix. Truly.
It's all right. And I'm glad we talked. Also, you said we shouldn't leave regrets behind, so I'm sorry too. For hitting you back then, I mean. I'm sorry, Father.
You know, I'd almost forgotten about that. It hurt, too. More than any blow I've received in battle.
Oh, shut up. I said I was sorry. Now, if we're done here, I'm leaving.
Nice. Jonathan says, my favorite supports are Felix Rodriguez and Felix Dimitri. Interesting. Yeah, the Felix Dimitri one was going pretty well. We don't have A yet with them. Maybe I should fix that, but that might have to happen off stream. Chip says, as I continue to play the game, I gotta say, getting S rank is starting to slowly kill me. The specifics are so crazy for S ranking main missions and paralogs, but if you wait too long to try again, your units are too strong and you're always under the kill count. Also, there's main story missions in Golden Wildfire where an enemy escapes. The problem is there is no defined time for how long it takes for him to leave, So I've had to reset a few times, seeing as they just zoom out of the map super quick. Really? Anyways, rant over. The rest of the game I love. I hadn't thought about that, actually. Yeah, going back and S-ranking old stuff, there's definitely moments where you don't get enough kills and things. I wonder if you equipped your characters with like really bad weapons, though. Maybe that would go better. I'm kind of curious about that. Is there something that you're trying to get from S-ranking everything, Chip, that I don't know about? I would be intrigued to find out. Anyway, to do Mercedes B. Let's do this one.
Me! Teach me how to cook next.
I was going to say something. Never mind.
All right. I will teach you a special recipe that is certain to delight everyone back at the church.
His Majesty is looking for you, Mercedes.
Oh boy.
Goodness, whatever was that about?
My apologies. I have a tendency to frighten animals.
Oh, poor Dedu. He's like, it's because I'm black.
Perhaps it's my imposing stature. Or perhaps it's because I'm from Dusker.
Poor Dedu.
I doubt animals know anything about the tragedy of Dusker, Dedu. Still, I think I may know how to solve this little problem.
Kid is racist.
You see, many of the children here have lost homes and families. They tend to be a fearful bunch. And as a large man who is also unnaturally quiet, you cut a doubly scary figure. So all we have to do is show them how not scary you are.
And how do we do that?
Come back tomorrow. I'll have it all worked out by then.
Very well. Done. Here's your flower crown.
Wow, mister. You're just as amazing as Miss Mercedes.
Why is your skin brown?
Yeah, this is the prettiest flower crown I've ever seen.
It's like an actual royal crown. Well, make one for me. Please, please, please.
Wait, he made it for the boy, not the girl. Hold on. We gotta get to the bottom of this. Hold on. He made it for the boy? That's kind of weird.
I could, though it would be better to learn how to make your own.
Oh, but my crowns always look all... Yeah.
Anyone can do it with enough practice. Well, perhaps not anyone. But if you find it difficult, you can always ask a friend for help.
Fine, I'll try. So how do I start?
Twist the stem there and wrap it once, but gently.
Well, how did it go? They certainly looked at ease around you.
An older person helping a kid do something reminds me of, it's a really obscure reference. Most of you probably don't even know, but there's a meme from Better Call Saul with the character Mike and his granddaughter, and she's messing something up. And he goes, "You're done! You're done!" That's just what I thought about that scene.
They were indeed. And I owe it all to you.
All I did was brag to them about the magnificent flower crown you made for me.
How very clever.
Oh, please, I barely did a thing. It was your kindness that won them over.
You were the kind one, Mercedes. Thank you.
Miss Mercedes! Mr. Dedu! Look how far I am.
Mr. Dedu.
Oh, that's wonderful. Might you teach me how to make one as well, Mr. Dedu?
It would be my pleasure, Miss Mercedes.
Nice. Jonathan says, on the subject of tier list, what makes a character good or bad is the abilities they can unlock. That is... I should have thought about that. Yeah, that is a very good point. This is why Dedu, who unlocks mostly defensive skills, is the worst in the game, and Flane, who unlocks mostly offensive skills, is second best. Flane is the second best in the game? What? You know, I did enjoy using her when I was using her. Maybe I should have used her more. I actually get the feeling like, in terms of completionist status, that honestly, after doing other runs, I should probably do on this same file another Azure Gleam playthrough. Not on stream or anything, but just kind of feel that way for some reason. Chip says, Jonathan, you good, bro. Are you saying that because he said Flame is second best? Why are we picking on Jonathan? To do Catherine B. Seems like a good one. Let's fix this.
Hey, Dedu, I've been thinking. Fargus has really changed lately.
How do you mean?
I don't know. That's just the feeling I get when I see what goes on in this town. Don't you agree? It's like everyone here trusts you unconditionally, even though you serve the King of Fargus, someone they should hate with all their hearts. It must have taken a lot of hard work to rebuild that trust. I'm honestly impressed.
The achievement is not my own. His Majesty has been striving towards this for some time now.
Huh. When you put it that way, it makes me think he must have been planning it all along. I mean, people used to say he wasn't right in the head when he first chose you as his retainer. But he clearly had reason for doing so.
Yes, I can still hear the echoes of their gossip in my ears. The castle was full of it. It led me to ask His Majesty why he saved my life. He replied that neither faith nor birth are of import when a person's life is in danger.
Lady Rhea has told me the same thing. She saved me once a long time ago, just like Dimitri did for you. Twice, actually, even though I don't have a religious bone in my body. It's gotta be in their blood to never abandon someone in need.
Perhaps His Majesty and the Archbishop aren't as dissimilar as I thought.
True. Neither of them seem to let their lofty positions go to their head. They have that in common, too.
I feel like Rhea does sometimes.
I'm not sure I follow.
Well, despite her role as Archbishop, it's not too uncommon to find Lady Rhea at an orphanage, playing with the children. And Dimitri's the same way, right? I heard he was off teaching some village kids how to fight just the other day.
Yes, that is true. Though I prefer he spend his free time at rest instead.
Hey, helping people is calming in its own way, right? So if making sure he's well rested is part of your job, I say you let him do that however he sees fit.
That's one way of viewing things. I'll think on it.
I suppose we probably understand each other better than most, serving such similar leaders.
You're suggesting that you and I have much in common as well.
Maybe. Either way, it's been a real joy talking to you. We've probably been through a lot of the same ups and downs in life if I had to guess. In time, I bet we could even become friends. So long as our bosses stay in each other's good graces.
Agreed. Though, if they were to part ways.
Whoa, no need to go there. I think we both know what would happen if they ever chose to cross swords. We'd kill each other without hesitation. I'm sure we have that in common, too.
What's up, Vincent? Welcome. Vincent says, I feel like to get the full 100% experience of the game, you'd have to play each route twice because of the Byleth choice. Yeah, that's true. Or you could save the separate save file and play through it kind of the second time, but just, you know, in the last stretch on the other one. Morkatna says, true, but I really like her moveset. I don't know if you're talking about Flane or not. Methodia says, as long as you don't try to kill Rhea, she will literally go through ice and fire to help you. It's almost like Rhea is some kind of saint or something. Yeah, that's weird. Wonder why. Ingrid, Annette, Beast. Oh, Ingrid, Mercedes, A. I like that one better. Let's see. Let's see what we got. I said Blue Lions A supports.
If you fall, pick Pick yourself back up. An enemy won't wait for you to regain your footing.
Yes, Lady Ingrid.
My mic
We've
keeps
been
falling.
at this for a while now. Let's take a break.
Hello all. You seem to be doing fine work with your training today. I brought snacks, so please eat up and restore your energy.
Thank you, Lady Mercedes. I'll go tell the others at once.
That would be wonderful. Oh, and I baked plenty, so there's no need to rush. Dig in, Ingrid. We must remember to treat ourselves once in a while, after all.
Thank you. Oh, these are delicious. Of course, I should have expected no less from you. I have been struggling every day for a way to show these girls my appreciation, yet have come up with nothing. But then you waltz in here and pull it off in one fell swoop. Just look how happy you've made them.
You give me too much credit. Children love anyone who brings them sweets.
Especially when it's in a van, a creepy white van marked free candy on the side of it.
Still, they are nothing more than bundles of nerves around me. I'm sure they'd feel at ease if only I was as kind and considerate as you.
Methodia says, orange female soldier is a waifu. I was going to say, the peach-colored armor is kind of nice. It's fun to see. What's her face? Takes it to the extreme, though. Oh, it's going to bother me. What's her name? Constance.
Oh, I think you're much more important to them than I. All I do is bring snacks on occasion. You take the time to train them every day without fail.
Constance is essentially the pink Power Ranger in terms of her outfits, which I actually kind of like. It's fun to have the completely different armor colors. It's kind of rare in this game. And Three Houses, too.
The only reason you're so strict is so they're ready for what awaits them on the battlefield. Your lessons are their own form of kindness. I'm certain they recognize that.
You have more confidence than I do.
Then let me ask you a question. Do you hate your older brothers?
Yes.
What? No, how could I? I mean, naturally, there were times where I resented how hard they were on me, but it was never hate. They were simply looking out for me. I'm proud to call them my brothers.
You see? There are many ways to be kind and considerate.
Huh. I think I understand what you're driving at now.
There's no need to force yourself to be someone you're not. Just be yourself. You're already one of the kindest people I know.
But I'm terrible at encouraging people the way you do.
I don't think that's true. But if it really concerns you, you could try acting more like me.
Say, that's actually not a bad idea. In that case, let me dish out the same treatment you gave me the other day. Prepare yourself, Mercedes. It's time for me to show my affection.
Goodness, where could this possibly be going?
Yeah, really. Okay. Bedodia says, I thought you were going to say Viscount Venya. Yeah, actually, they had the pink armor too, didn't they? Ingrid Ash. Ingrid Annette? What else we got? What else we got? Sylvain Ash B. To do Annette B. Ash has got a bunch of Bs that I've kind of ignored. Did we get everything we wanted to get with Happy? That one I could get on Scarlet Blaze. That's fine. I guess we kind of did. There's a Flame Ash support. Yeah, let's do that one actually. The first one was really good in that one.
Oh, this one is really pulling the line.
It must be our monster. Time to put what you practiced into action.
Yes, I am no longer the clumsy novice you slipped away from before, foul fish. It's not working. What do I do?
Don't give up. Play your line out a little and let the fish tire itself out.
Like this?
Yeah, that's good. can. Flame, look out!
We did it, Ash! Oh, I can scarce believe I managed to capture the beast.
Yeah, that was close. I thought the fish was going to catch you there for a second.
Oh, Ash, you're so funny.
Yes. I might have gotten a bit carried away there. Had you not grabbed my arm when you did, I might be swimming in the river myself.
I'm glad I could help. Seriously glad. And hey, I'm amazed you managed to hang on to the pole through all that.
I told myself I would not let go, no matter what.
Hold on there, Flame. You have to let go sometimes. None of this is worth putting yourself in danger over. I think I'm starting to see why Sedith doesn't let you go fishing. Still, you never would have caught that fish without that fierce determination of yours.
Mother taught me to always see tasks through to the very end. But even she never fished up anything so large as this. And though she is no longer around, I would like to think she would be very proud of me.
So that's why you're so interested in fishing. Well, I think this was great. And I'm sure your mother would be proud.
Goodness, you do know how to compliment a lady. Still, I promise to surrender my pole if I ever find myself in this kind of situation again.
Well then, why don't we haul this thing back?
Yes, and then we can feast on the spoils of our victory. I wonder what it tastes like. I can't wait to find out. But, I cannot even fathom how best to prepare such a fish. We could slice it up and fry it, or boil it with vegetables, or... there are so many choices.
This has been so much fun. Flame really reminds me of my sister. She was always so eager to practice in the kitchen when she was little too. Hold on. Flame. In a kitchen. Hey, wait up! Let me help you!
As if she's gonna hurt herself. Chip says, I come back to Flame supports. Oh man. I hate Flame supports. Wait, what? What? To think she is the second place. I see, now that you guys have said that, I'm like really curious to figure out why that is and maybe use her more often. Interesting. What else we got? I think I heard good things about Dimitri Bernadetta, but we don't have the A support, so I might hold off on that for now. Let me see if there's any other big ones I want to do. Mercy and Annette. I think we got to do that one. So Lawrence is first, right, Jonathan?
What are you doing up so late, Mercy? I was having trouble sleeping. You too, Annie?
Yup. I'm just so nervous about our battle tomorrow.
Perhaps we should chat for a while to ease our nerves.
That's a great idea. It reminds me of when we were students at the School of Sorcery in Verdiad.
When we shared a room and would stay up chattering until dawn?
Lawrence is third place. Is that, are you
Exactly.
serious, Jonathan?
It feels like that was forever ago.
Yeah, wait a minute. Hold on. Jonathan, wherever this tier list is, can you send me the link to it? I would love to review this on stream. I gotta see this. I can't tell if you're joking about Lawrence being in third place. I know his Rondo of Roses is really good, but third place out of everyone? Oh, it's because he gets the auto guard thing, right? Is that part of Rondo of Roses? I can't remember. The auto guard thing is really good, though, so I can see why that would be. I've used him a lot, Chip. I have. Not as much as I wanted to. But, yeah, Jonathan, if you can, send me that link. I would love to look at that, whatever tier list you're talking about.
So much has happened in the meantime. We enrolled in the Officers Academy. The war began.
It seems to me that if I play Golden Wildfire, I would definitely Merc Whistle Lawrence, right?
But we've
Seems like an obvious choice.
Even after classes were suspended.
Unless, what's his face has a really good one too. Holst. I don't know. I don't know anything about
Of
Holst.
course, I'm so clumsy I felt like I was always getting in people's way while we were there. I couldn't have gotten through all this without you by my side.
And I've relied on you just as much. In fact, it often feels like you're the one who's constantly coming to my aid lately. Remember when I got stuck in that bandit's trap? I thought I was done for, but you came to my rescue.
Well, I wasn't gonna leave you in a bandit trap. Although, I just ended up falling right in and getting wounded myself. I was so desperate to save you, I wasn't paying attention to what was around me. If not for you healing me, I don't know what would have happened.
Well, we worked together and made it back in one piece, so all's well that ends well.
You know, I think we've always been like this. I feel like I can overcome anything so long as I'm with you.
And I feel the same. I hope we will be friends forever.
Oh, for sure! We'll be best friends until we're a couple of wrinkled old grannies. There are so many things I want to do with you, and so many places I want to go. I don't care if we're strolling through Deirdre or just window shopping. Everything's better with you.
I would love to go shopping in the capital, and then later... Say, Annie, why don't we wait to talk about this until the war is over?
What? Why?
Because then we can each write down things we want to do as we think of them, and then show our list to each other afterward. Doesn't that sound fun?
That sounds very fun. We can even compete to see who has the longest list. I'm gonna scribble all my plans down as soon as I get back to my room so I don't forget.
But won't that keep you up longer?
Oh, right. My insomnia. You were so busy chatting, I forgot all about it. Thanks, Mercy. I feel a lot better now.
My sentiments exactly. Good night, Annie. I'll see you tomorrow.
Mercedes recognizes to avoid a death flag. Yeah, that's what that conversation kind of sounded like. It's like, hey, wait. Let's not talk about this right now. We need to live first. Jonathan says, here it is, although it is a somewhat long video and obviously spoilers. Oh, it's a video. I'm not seeing the link, though, Jonathan, unless you didn't send it across yet. In which case, I'm not going to watch the video on stream, but I might peek at what the actual tier list is at the end. Bro, Annie has insomnia. Holy moly, she is so relatable and perfect for me. You say that about everybody, Chip. I don't buy it. Those I'll do off stream, I think. I think we might be pretty good now in terms of supports that I wanted to do on stream. Maybe we'll do Geralt and Byleth B. Just see how this goes. Start wrapping things up for the night, probably. That's true. You are also perfect for me, Stevie. Aw, hey, thanks, Chip.
I was looking for you. Didn't think I'd find you down by the river. That's an awful lot of blood on your cloak.
I thought soaking it in the water would help get it out.
I don't know. That fight went on for a while. And blood doesn't come out so easily, even if you start washing it right away.
Dodia says, YouTube most of the time won't let you post external links that would otherwise take viewers off another video. I didn't realize that, but that would make sense in chat. That's true. I've never seen links like that, have I? Jonathan, if you could tell me what to search up, what to look up for the video, I can do that instead.
If you ask me, it's more trouble than it's worth. You have another one, right?
I do, but I'd still like to use this one if I can. Something wrong?
Hmm? Oh, sorry. It's just, you reminded me of Citri, of your mother, back when we first met.
Interesting to hear him actually say the name.
There was this one time when she was trying really hard to get some stains out of a handkerchief. She had your same quiet composure and everything, and when I asked her if she had another one, you know what she told me? She just turned and said, "If I could still use this one, I'd rather not throw it away."
Well, that's not exactly the same.
Maybe not, but I still see so much of her in you. When I was first getting to know her, I never saw her laugh or cry. Just like someone else I could mention.
You know, you never really used to talk about her, but you've been doing it a lot lately. Why is that?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe I'm feeling a little regret for dragging you into the mercenary life. You never had a place to call home, and you don't have any friends your age. And it's been one bloody battle after another since this war broke out. If she were still alive, your life would be entirely different. You'd be with her, and things would be peaceful.
I don't regret my life here with you. I might not have a home or friends, but you've always been there for me. Living by the sword suits me just fine, and I've had no shortage of allies. So...
You're right. There's no cause for regrets. You really are just like her, though. You know that?
What the heck, Dad? You only open up to me when you aren't forced to die in the game. What's up with that? Yeah, it's pretty true. You know, it's kind of weird seeing Byleth from like that third-person perspective like that. Like, Byleth just seems really weird and antisocial, and like, yeah, it's kind of interesting. Annette Ingrid B. Maybe we'll do as the last one for the night. Chip says, I would search up hot women near you. Should get the video you need. Okay. Jonathan says, who are the best characters? Okay. Let's see. Who is this video by? I'm curious. Oh, that's me. Hold on. Burner Reborn Gaming. Okay. Hold on. Bear with me. I mean, not actually watching the video doesn't seem like the way to go. Is there not actually a tier list ever shown in this video? Man. I'm a little disappointed, Burner Gaming. I wanted to see the full tier list. Yeah, there's not really much to show here. I'd have to just play the video on stream. I don't really want to do that right now. But that's okay. We will watch this final support. And I will wrap up the stream for the night, I think. And then when I see you guys next week, we will do the final battle. And see where that goes. Maybe even then start a New Game Plus Golden Wildfire. And like I've been saying, I'm not going to be streaming every single part of along the way of that playthrough. But that's where this file's going, I think. And we'll see how that goes from there. And we'll see how New Game Plus actually fully works, because I still don't completely know. But it will be interesting to see how the story wraps up itself. I would love to review this game at some point. There's a lot of Fire Emblem games that I actually want to make review videos of eventually. Like Echoes, you know, stuff like that. That I never did. Someday. Someday. Let's do it, though. Annette Ingrid B.
It's fine. We're fine. Everything's fine here. Just gonna grab it and run right back out.
What is going on?
Good evening, Annette.
I am so sorry. I didn't mean to startle you.
Oh, Ingrid,
It's just you. Sorry about that. Guess I'm a little jumpy right now.
Don't worry, it's fine. But if I may, what are you doing out here so late at night?
I forgot my book in the mess hall and came back to grab it.
What a coincidence. I was also headed to the mess hall to look for something.
Oh, yay! Then we can go together. Seriously, I'd feel so much better if you were with me.
Play that Annette yell again, please. Is it? Are you talking about? Oh, too far, too far. This?
It's fine. We're fine. Everything's fine here. Just gonna grab it and run right back out.
I think that's it.
Not entirely sure why that's the case, but okay.
Oh gosh, it's so dark. Ah! What was that? I think it came from the grass over there.
Probably just another night owl. I wonder if it's...
Annette, stop! You're going to run into that pile of... Ow! Who put these crates here?
Crates. Oh, Annette.
Well, that was quite the ordeal, but we finally made it. Thanks, Ingrid.
I'm glad nobody got hurt, aside from you in those crates. But if I may, Annette, are you afraid of the dark?
Yeah, actually. I've been afraid of it my whole life. I'd give anything not to be, but I just can't seem to shake it. What about you, Ingrid? Aren't you scared? I mean, a ghost could pop out of anywhere and ghost you.
The dark does not really bother me, no. And as I have never seen a ghost, I'm not afraid of them.
But doesn't it scare you to think about it? I mean, just imagine some icky dead person rising from the earth and coming at you with big, chattery teeth.
Certainly, we had such stories back home in Galatea. My brothers loved to tell them when I was a child. But if they were true, we would not be able to walk to breakfast without bumping into a horde of the dead.
Huh. Yeah, I suppose that's true. But it's still hard to get the idea out of my head.
I personally think it would be wonderful if the dead became ghosts and we could see them again.
Chip says, look over there, Ingrid, it's Ghost Glenn.
But when people die, that's it. We can't see or speak to them ever again.
Yeah, when someone dies, they're gone forever. But that's all the more reason to treasure what little time we get, right?
Agreed. We have only one life to live after all.
In that case, I'm gonna walk back all by myself.
Are you sure? We went through quite the struggle just to make it here.
If I want to conquer my fears, I'd better do it while I'm alive. The dark is still pretty terrifying, but I'm gonna push through it.
I could learn a thing or two from her optimism. We only live once.
Wolo. I think Ingrid just invented Wolo. All right. Let me check chat again. But I think with that, I'm probably going to wrap things up here. There's definitely more stuff we could do. I could go through everybody's things, but I think I'll do that off stream. Then maybe next time we'll wrap up with any final supports I want to do really quickly in the beginning. Probably go through what each character's classes are and stuff, their equips, and then get right to it and beat the game. That's going to be next time. Let's see. Jonathan says, how about your own tier list crit? That would be fun. That would be fun. I would need to analyze each character, though, which probably would require me to actually beat every route, which will happen, but I don't know if it's going to be too late. We'd have to see. I mean, it's already pretty late, to be honest. Methodius says, as a net, crates, my one weakness. Annette spoiling the end of Verdant Wind. Yuritsa would make good friends with the actual supernatural Death Knight from Fargus Legends. They probably would. But with that, guys, thank you so much for tuning in with me here tonight in this final preparation stream. I hope you had a good time. I certainly did. I will wrap up anything else off stream, and I'll try to stream again. It'll probably be Wednesday of next week around this same time, 9 p.m. EST, maybe slightly earlier. We'll have to see how life goes. But I hope you had a good one. I hope you have an amazing Labor Day weekend, which hopefully most of you have Monday off. You deserve it. I hope you do. But regardless, I hope you have a great weekend. Thank you for tuning in. I will catch you next time, and I'm sorry for the lack of content. I will try to be back with that in the near future, just kind of taking a little bit of a break from that. And I'm just going to enjoy streaming here for maybe this week and next week, and we'll see what happens. I have plans to do Three Hopes videos, more Three Hopes videos, but I don't know. I've been busy and things haven't really worked out for it yet, so we'll see. We will see. But with that, good night, guys. Thank you. See you next time. Hope you tune in for the finale. Bye-bye.